Across the northern expanse of our planet lies a realm of staggering scale and profound beauty. It is a land shaped by the immense power of ice and fire, water and wind, over countless millennia. Here, nature has sculpted masterpieces on a continental canvas, from colossal mountain ranges that pierce the sky to ancient forests that breathe life into the air. This is Canada, a territory so vast that it encompasses nearly 10 million square kilometers, stretching from the temperate Pacific coast to the icy shores of the Arctic Ocean. Its story is written not just in human history, but in the very fabric of the land itself. A narrative of geological time and enduring wilderness. The sheer diversity of this landscape is almost beyond comprehension. Within its borders, one can find arid badlands, where the bones of dinosaurs lie waiting to be discovered, and lush, temperate rainforests dripping with life and shrouded in mist. There are prairies that roll like a golden ocean to the horizon, and a labyrinthine coastline, the longest in the world, etched with dramatic fjords and sheltered coves. This is a world of contrast, where serene glass-like lakes reflect the fury of jagged peaks, and where the gentle lapping of waves on a sandy shore can give way to the thunderous roar of one of the world's most powerful waterfalls. From its deepest indigenous roots, which stretch back through unrecorded ages, to the vibrant tapestry of its modern multiculturalism, Canada's history is as diverse as its landscapes. The first peoples of this land lived in harmony with its rhythms, their cultures intricately woven into the ecosystems they called home. Their stories, their art, and their profound connection to the natural world form the foundational layer of this nation's identity. Today we will embark on a journey to explore 25 breathtaking places, each a unique chapter in the epic story of this vast, beautiful, and often unbelievable country. This is not merely a tour of scenic viewpoints. It is an immersion into the very soul of a nation. We will witness phenomena that defy belief, rivers of ice that continue to carve valleys, skies that dance with ethereal curtains of light, and tides that rise and fall with the height of a 4-story building. We will journey from the heart of cosmopolitan cities, humming with human ingenuity, to the silent, untamed wilderness where bears and wolves still roam free. Prepare to be astonished, for these are the jewels in Canada's crown, places of such extraordinary wonder that they must be seen to be believed. Our journey begins in Banff National Park. Established in 1885, it's Canada's oldest, born from natural hot springs. Its treasures are the mountains, sculpted by glaciers into breathtaking spires. The park's legendary lakes include Lake Louise, a shimmering turquoise expanse. Nearby lies Moraine Lake, its beauty profound, raw, and untamed. The Icefields Parkway offers a journey through the continent's spine. Banff is a sanctuary for iconic wildlife like grizzly bears and elk. Mountains dominate the skyline, their moods changing with the day. Banff inspires awe in all who venture into its majestic embrace. Journeying north from Banff, we enter an even larger, wilder domain, Jasper National Park. While it shares the same Rocky Mountain grandeur as its southern neighbor, Jasper possesses a different character. It feels more remote, more rugged, and less touched by the modern world. It is a place of immense open spaces where the valleys are broader and the sense of solitude is more profound. Here the wilderness feels closer, more immediate, a constant and powerful presence that defines the very experience of being in this remarkable landscape. One of Jasper's most extraordinary features is not on the ground, but high above it. In 2011, the park was officially designated as a dark sky preserve, one of the largest and most accessible in the world. This designation is a commitment to protecting the night from the encroachment of artificial light pollution. In our modern, brightly lit world, a truly dark sky has become a rare and precious commodity. Here in Jasper, the night unfolds in its full primordial glory, a breathtaking canopy of stars, planets, and galaxies that our ancestors would have known intimately. On a clear, moonless night, the spectacle is overwhelming. The Milky Way stretches across the sky, not as a faint, hazy band, but as a brilliant, textured river of light, dense with countless stars and dark dust lanes. Constellations stand out with brilliant clarity, and shooting stars frequently streak across the darkness, fleeting reminders of the cosmic dust that constantly rains down upon our planet. To lie back and gaze into this infinite abyss is to reconnect with the universe in a way that is simply not possible in our cities. It is a humbling, soul-stirring experience that shifts one's perspective on our place in the cosmos. The park celebrates this celestial treasure with an annual Dark Sky Festival, drawing astronomers and stargazers from around the globe. But one does not need a festival to appreciate it. Any clear night away from the handful of lights in the town site offers a front-row seat to the greatest show in the universe. At places like Pyramid Lake or Malign Canyon, the darkness is so complete that the stars seem close enough to touch. It is a sanctuary not just for wildlife on the ground, but for the celestial wonders above. A place that reminds us of the profound beauty that is lost when we forget to look up. Jasper is, above all, a realm of wildlife. Its vast, protected landscapes provide a haven for a thriving and diverse animal population, offering some of the most reliable and rewarding wildlife viewing opportunities in North America. The park's extensive network of valleys and forests supports large herds of elk, which are a common sight even within the town site itself, grazing calmly on lawns and in parks. Their presence is a constant reminder that here humans are guests in an animal's kingdom, living within a wilderness that tolerates our presence but does not bend to it. Beyond the elk, the park is home to a full suite of mountain creatures. Moose, the largest members of the deer family, can be spotted wading in wetlands, feeding on aquatic plants in the quiet solitude of the early morning. Both grizzly and black bears roam these territories, and seeing one from a safe distance, foraging on a mountainside, is an unforgettable thrill. Mule deer and white-tailed deer are abundant, while the more elusive mountain goats and bighorn sheep patrol the high country, their white coats providing camouflage against the lingering snows of the alpine zone. The park's wildness is perhaps best embodied by its predators. The haunting howl of a wolf pack echoing through a remote valley at dusk is one of the most evocative sounds in the natural world, a signal that the ecosystem here is whole and healthy. Coyotes are a more common sight, trotting along roadsides, ever opportunistic. And while sightings are exceptionally rare, the solitary and powerful cougar also stalks these forests, a ghost of the mountains that plays a vital role in maintaining the natural balance of this intricate food web. This abundance of life is a direct result of the park's immense scale and protected status. It is a living laboratory of ecological processes, where natural cycles of life, death and renewal play out largely undisturbed. From the smallest pika gathering grasses in a rock pile to the largest grizzly bear, Jasper is a vibrant tapestry of interconnected lives. To explore this park is to witness a functioning mountain ecosystem in all its complexity and grandeur, a powerful reminder of what the natural world can be when it is given the space and the respect it needs to flourish. Vancouver, a metropolis cradled by mountains and sea, where the urban and the wild are beautifully blurred. Within this bustling city lies Stanley Park. It is a colossal expanse of temperate rainforest. The park is encircled by a seawall. This path offers a panorama of the city's skyline. A great blue heron might be seen hunting. The Capilano Suspension Bridge spans a dramatic canyon, offering a thrilling perspective on the forest. The sheer scale of the trees becomes overwhelmingly apparent. It connects humanity to the raw power of the natural world. Walkways take visitors even deeper into the forest canopy, an unforgettable encounter with British Columbia's coastal rainforest. Journeying inland, the landscape rises dramatically into the coast mountains. Nestled within this alpine environment lies Whistler. Here, Whistler and Blackcomb stand side by side. This landscape is sculpted by ice, a world of rock faces and evergreen forests. The terrain transforms into a paradise for skiers and snowboarders. A network of lifts ascends into this playground. The variety of terrain makes this place legendary, offering endless exploration. Connecting the peaks is the Peak-to-Peak gondola. It's the world's longest free span of its kind. The journey provides an opportunity to appreciate the geology and ecology of this mountain range. Reaching the summit opens a world of high alpine wilderness. Yoho National Park, a Cree expression of awe, is defined by rock, ice and water. Tekakau Falls, fed by the Daly Glacier, is a magnificent spectacle. Emerald Lake's breathtaking turquoise hue is a physical phenomenon caused by glacial silt. The lake is a place of profound tranquility, a perfect mirror for the surrounding wilderness. To visit Emerald Lake is to experience a moment of pure natural perfection. Here on Hudson Bay lies Churchill, Manitoba, a gateway to nature's spectacles. Every autumn, a remarkable migration draws visitors to witness a gathering of polar bears. Drawn by the promise of sea ice, these magnificent creatures wait to hunt. Observers watch these powerful animals in their natural habitat. As winter arrives, the Aurora Borealis dances across the heavens. In summer, the Churchill River teems with beluga whales. This raw, powerful landscape showcases life's adaptation, making Churchill an unforgettable corner of the Canadian North. Deep within Alberta's Red Deer River Valley, the prairies give way to Dinosaur Provincial Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, the earth reveals a lost kingdom, a labyrinth of coulees and hoodoos sculpted by wind and water. This is a place of bone, one of the richest dinosaur fossil locales in the world. 75 million years ago, this was a lush coastal plain teeming with life. Paleontologists and visitors explore this open-air museum, where every rainfall exposes a new piece of the prehistoric puzzle. Over 55 dinosaur species have been unearthed here, from duck-billed hadrosaurs to the fearsome Gorgosaurus. Bone beds reveal snapshots of dinosaur herd behavior and social structures. Dinosaur Provincial Park is a sacred library of natural history where every fossil tells a part of Earth's epic story. In the vast territories of Canada, the long winter nights reveal a spectacle of beauty. This is the realm of the Aurora Borealis, a dance of charged particles meeting Earth's magnetic field. To witness it feels like pure magic, a deeply spiritual event under a dome of stars. The light intensifies, the arc shifts, a vast curtain stirred by an unseen breeze. A visual symphony in a theatre of cosmic proportions. For millennia, cultures have woven stories to explain these lights, inspiring awe and a sense of our place in the cosmos. It's a visible consequence of the sun's activity, a reminder of our planet's connection to a dynamic system. To stand beneath the Aurora Borealis is to witness a great wonder, a memory that will burn brightly. Here, on the border between two great nations, the Earth itself seems to roar. This is Niagara Falls, a colossal testament to the unceasing power of water. For millennia, the Great Lakes have channeled their immense volume towards the Atlantic, and at this very juncture they perform their most dramatic act. The sound is a constant deep-throated rumble, a vibration felt as much in the bones as it is heard by the ear. It is a spectacle that has drawn humanity for centuries, each visitor humbled by the sheer scale of this natural masterpiece, a force that has shaped not only the landscape but also the human imagination. The name Niagara is said to derive from an Iroquoian word, Ongiara, meaning the strait, or perhaps more poetically, thunder of waters. It is a fitting name for this geological marvel. The falls are, in fact, three distinct cascades: the Grand Horseshoe Falls, primarily on the Canadian side, and the American and Bridal Veil Falls. Together, they possess the highest flow rate of any waterfall in North America. Over 6 million cubic feet of water plummet over the crestline every single minute during peak flow, a display of raw, untamable energy that is simply breathtaking. The mist, a constant companion to the falls, rises like a spectral cloud, watering the surrounding flora and creating a microclimate all its own. This perpetual veil of spray is responsible for the frequent, dazzling rainbows that arc across the gorge, a fleeting, ethereal beauty born from violent aquatic turmoil. Standing at the precipice, one can witness the very process of erosion in real time. The water, laden with sediment, acts as a liquid abrasive, relentlessly scouring the rock, pushing the falls further upstream, inch by inch, year by year, in a slow geological march that has been underway for over 12,000 years. This is more than just a tourist destination. It is a vital artery of the continent. The immense power generated by this falling water has been harnessed to provide electricity for millions, turning this natural wonder into a powerhouse of a different kind. Yet, even with the presence of engineering and infrastructure, the wild heart of Niagara beats on. It is a place where the primal forces of our planet are on full, magnificent display, reminding us of the immense power that flows, quite literally, just beneath the surface of our world, a constant thundering pulse of life. The relationship between humans and this great cascade is a long and complex one. It has been a sacred site for indigenous peoples, a strategic location in times of conflict, and a muse for artists, writers, and thinkers. But perhaps its most enduring role has been that of a destination for pilgrims of a different sort, the honeymooners. Since the early 19th century, couples have flocked here to begin their new lives. standing before the torrent as if to consecrate their union with the power and permanence of the falls themselves. A tradition born from the awe this place inspires, but the allure of the falls has also beckoned a more reckless spirit, the daredevils. From the first, a schoolteacher named Annie Edson Taylor, who survived the plunge in a barrel in 1901, a succession of thrill-seekers has attempted to conquer the cataract. They have used barrels, rubber balls, and even jet skis in their perilous quests for fame or folly. These attempts, often ending in tragedy, speak to a deep-seated human desire to measure oneself against the most formidable forces of nature, to challenge the very limits of survival in the face of overwhelming power. Beyond the falls themselves, the Niagara River continues its journey through a dramatic gorge carved out by its own relentless force. Here, the rapids churn with a fury that rivals the waterfall itself, creating the Niagara Whirlpool, a vast counterclockwise vortex of churning water. It is a place of hypnotic, dangerous beauty where the river's energy is trapped in a dizzying circular dance. Boat tours venture close to this maelstrom, offering a visceral experience of the river's power, a humbling reminder of the currents that move just below the seemingly calm surface of the water. Today, the area around the falls is a vibrant hub of activity, a place where natural wonder meets human entertainment. Yet, through all the noise and lights, the falls remain the undisputed main attraction. They are a constant, a geological anchor in a changing world. To stand before Niagara is to witness a process that began at the end of the last ice age and will continue long after we are gone. It is a connection to deep time, a moment of perspective and a powerful, unforgettable encounter with the raw, untamed spirit of the planet. From the thunder of water, we journey to a different kind of cathedral, one built not by human ambition. This is Toronto, Canada's largest metropolis, a sprawling urban ecosystem teeming with life. And dominating its skyline is the CN Tower. For decades, it stood as the world's tallest freestanding structure, a slender needle of concrete and steel piercing the clouds. It is a monument to engineering, a communications hub, and a beacon that defines the city's identity, visible for miles in every direction. The tower offers a perspective that is truly humbling. From its observation decks, the city unfolds below like a vast, intricate circuit board. The grid of streets, the clusters of skyscrapers, the green patches of parks, and the shimmering expanse of Lake Ontario. It is from this vantage point that one can truly appreciate the scale. Millions of individual lives converging and diverging in the complex dance of city life. A superorganism functioning as one. But to truly understand Toronto, one must descend and walk its streets. For this is a city defined by its neighborhoods, a mosaic of cultures from every corner of the globe. Here in places like Kensington Market or Chinatown, the air is rich with the scent of spices and the ears filled with different languages. It is a living experiment in multiculturalism where diverse communities share their traditions, their food, and their heritage, creating a vibrant cultural tapestry. Each neighborhood is a distinct biome. The historic distillery district tells tales of an industrial past. The fashionable boutiques of Yorkville cater to a different urban species. This patchwork is the city's true strength. It is in these streets, among the people, that one discovers the true heart of Toronto. Even within this concrete jungle, nature finds a way to thrive. The city is interlaced with ravines, deep wooded valleys, carved by ancient rivers, forming a hidden, wilder Toronto. These green corridors are vital for wildlife, allowing raccoons, foxes, and deer to navigate the city. They are the city's lungs, providing clean air and connection to nature. The waterfront is undergoing remarkable transformation, being reclaimed and returned to the people. New parks, wetlands, and beaches are emerging along Lake Ontario, creating habitats for migratory birds. This is a testament to the need for balance. One remarkable example is the Toronto Islands. A short ferry ride from downtown, this feels like another world entirely. A tranquil oasis of parks, beaches, and lagoons, crucial for migratory birds. Here, the soundscape changes from traffic roar to bird calls. This interplay between urban and natural makes Toronto fascinating. It is a city negotiating with the environment. From the CN Tower to hidden ravines, it is a place of contrasts. Toronto demonstrates our need for connection to the wild, learning to coexist in closer quarters than ever before. Further north from the city's hum, we enter a realm ruled by the rhythm of the seasons. This is Algonquin Provincial Park, one of Canada's oldest and most beloved protected areas. It is a vast expanse of maple hills, rocky ridges, and thousands of lakes, ponds, and streams. For most of the year, it is a landscape of deep greens and blues, but for a few short weeks in autumn, it undergoes a spectacular transformation. A chemical process triggered by the shortening days and cooling nights ignites the forest in a blaze of color that is almost overwhelming in its beauty. This is the season of senescence, the process of aging in plants. As the chlorophyll in the leaves breaks down, it unmasks the brilliant pigments that were there all along. The carotenoids, responsible for the vibrant yellows and oranges of the birch and aspen, are suddenly revealed. But it is the maples that are the true stars of this show. In response to the autumn chill, they produce anthocyanins, creating the fiery reds and deep purples that set the hillsides alight. Each tree, each leaf contributes a single brushstroke to a landscape painting of breathtaking scale and intensity. This annual spectacle is a powerful magnet, drawing visitors from far and wide who come to witness the forest's final glorious flourish before the onset of winter. They travel the park's highways and trails, their senses saturated by the riot of color. The air itself seems different, crisp and clean, carrying the earthy scent of fallen leaves. It is a fleeting, ephemeral event, a reminder of the constant cycles of death and renewal that govern the natural world. For a brief moment, the forest offers up all its stored energy in a visual feast before retreating into its long winter slumber. The phenomenon is not merely for human appreciation, it serves a vital purpose. The vibrant colors may act as a signal to insects, a warning that the leaves are no longer a viable source of food. And as the leaves fall, they create a thick blanket on the forest floor, returning vital nutrients to the soil, ensuring the health and vitality of the forest for the seasons to come. It is a perfectly orchestrated process, a beautiful and essential part of the life cycle of this northern hardwood forest, a final brilliant exhalation before the quiet inhalation of winter. The best way to truly immerse oneself in the spirit of Algonquin is not on foot, but by water. The canoe is the key that unlocks the park's wild heart. This simple, elegant watercraft, perfected by the region's indigenous peoples over thousands of years, allows for silent, intimate passage through the park's labyrinthine network of waterways. Paddling across a misty lake at dawn, the only sounds are the dip of the paddle, the gentle lapping of water against the hull, and perhaps the haunting, ethereal call of a common loon echoing across the water. This sound is the very soul of the Canadian wilderness. The loon's call, a series of yodels, wails, and tremolos, is an ancient and powerful form of communication used to defend territory and connect with mates and offspring. To hear it in the quiet solitude of an Algonquin morning is to feel a profound connection to something ancient and untamed. It is a voice that speaks of wildness, of vast open spaces, and of a world that operates on a timescale far grander than our own. It is an experience that stays with you, a sound that becomes synonymous with the park itself. These waterways are the lifeblood of the park, supporting a rich diversity of life. Along the shorelines, one might spot a moose knee-deep in the water, feeding on aquatic plants. These colossal herbivores are perfectly adapted to this environment, their long legs allowing them to wade into the shallows to reach the nutrient-rich vegetation. A glimpse of a moose, a dark, powerful shape against the vibrant fall foliage, is a quintessential Algonquin moment, a privileged view into the daily life of one of the forest's most iconic inhabitants. Exploring Algonquin by canoe is a journey back in time. It is to travel as the first peoples, the fur traders, and the early park rangers did. It is to follow the ancient portage trails that link the lakes, carrying one's vessel and gear over land in a ritual that has been repeated for centuries. In doing so, one sheds the complexities of the modern world and enters into a simpler, more fundamental relationship with the landscape. It is here in the painted forest and on its silent waters that one can truly appreciate the enduring wild beauty of this remarkable place. Here, on an island within the St. Lawrence River, Montreal breathes with a dual soul, a metropolis where echoes of a European past resonate along cobblestone streets. Our journey begins in Old Montreal. To walk here is to step through a portal in time. Each edifice tells a part of the city's complex story. Horse-drawn carriages still clatter along the same routes. In the summer, the squares come alive with street performers and terrace cafes. The preservation of this heritage is a testament to the city's deep respect for its origins. At the core stands a true masterpiece, the Notre Dame Basilica, but it is the interior that truly commands awe. Adorned with countless golden stars, creating the illusion of a divine starlit sky. The stained glass windows tell the story of Montreal's own religious history. Behind the main altar lies the chapel of Notre Dame du Sacre-Cœur. The basilica is home to a colossal Cassavant Frères pipe organ, a sanctuary of transcendent beauty. Perched atop Cap Diamant, overlooking the St. Lawrence River, lies Quebec City, a fragment of old Europe in North America. It's the only remaining fortified city north of Mexico, its stone walls encircling a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city has two levels, the upper town within the ramparts and the lower town at the river's edge, the site of the original settlement. Dominating the skyline is the Chateau Frontenac, an architectural icon synonymous with the city. It presides over the Dufferin Terrace, offering panoramic views. The hotel is the anchor of the city's most dramatic public space and a symbol of its romantic European character. Where Lake Ontario narrows to become the St. Lawrence River, the landscape fragments into the breathtaking Thousand Islands. This archipelago consists of over 1,800 islands straddling the Canada-United States border. The islands range from large communities to tiny granite outcrops. Defined by the ancient granite of the Canadian Shield, the islands feature lush forests and clear deep water. The islands are a haven for wildlife, from ospreys to deer. Rich in history, the islands were a vital waterway for First Nations and later a strategic corridor. During the Gilded Age, the Thousand Islands became a summer playground for the wealthy, who built magnificent estates. Bolt Castle, a monumental Rhineland-style castle, stands as a testament to this era. Zavikon Island is connected by the world's shortest international bridge. These castles are a counterpoint to the natural beauty of the Thousand Islands, a testament to creating paradise in an idyllic setting. Here, on Newfoundland's coast, lies Gros National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Continental drift has thrust the Earth's mantle to the surface here. The tablelands, a rust-colored plateau, contrasts with surrounding forests. Walking here feels like another world. Millions of years ago, continents collided, forming the Appalachian Mountains. This is physical connection to plate tectonics. The fjords of Western Brook Pond rival Norway or New Zealand. Navigating these waters is humbling. Waterfalls cascade down rock faces. The U-shaped valley is a hallmark of glacial carving. Gros Morne is a masterpiece of natural forces, but on the easternmost edge of North America lies St. John's, nestled in a protected harbour. This is Jellybean Row, a delightful district of brightly painted houses. It's a defiant splash of cheerfulness against the grey skies. The practice has become a defining feature of the city's identity. Standing sentinel over the city is Signal Hill. For centuries, this vantage point was used to spot approaching ships. Here, Marconi received the first transatlantic wireless signal. Crowning the summit is Cabot Tower. From its ramparts, one can gaze down upon the colourful city. Signal Hill connects the city to the sea, the present to the past, and North America to Europe. In Atlantic Canada, on Cape Breton Island, lies the Cabot Trail. This roadway loops around the island's northern tip through Cape Breton Highlands National Park. The drive offers coastal views, forested valleys, and windswept plateaus. Each turn reveals a new vista. Discover fishing villages, local artisans, and hiking trails. The Cabot Trail is a cultural journey where Scottish and Acadian traditions thrive. Experience Gaelic Cape Breton's music and dance. The Cabot Trail offers a profound experience of nature and culture. Here, on the precipice of the vast Atlantic, a landscape of profound and ancient beauty unfolds. This is Peggy's Cove, a small, yet profoundly significant corner of Nova Scotia. Sculpted by the last ice age, immense granite boulders are scattered across the terrain. The village itself seems to huddle against the might of the ocean. At the heart of this dramatic scene stands the Peggy's Cove lighthouse. For over a century, its light has been a beacon of hope and a symbol of safety. Beyond the lighthouse, the village offers a glimpse into a way of life that has remained remarkably unchanged. Exploring the narrow lane that winds through the village is like stepping onto a living postcard. The rocks themselves are a world to explore, a playground for the geologically curious. To visit Peggy's Cove is to experience a powerful sensory immersion. It is a place of immense power and delicate beauty. We journey to the Bay of Fundy, a funnel-shaped inlet between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Twice daily, the moon and sun pull water into this bay, creating the highest tidal range on Earth. This creates a landscape in constant flux. The Hopewell rocks illustrate this tidal power. At low tide, they stand like giant sculptures. In a few hours, they become islands. The landscape is constantly reshaped by nature. It is a world reinvented by the rising tide. The receding tide exposes a rich ecosystem. It's one of the richest feeding grounds for migratory shorebirds. The Bay of Fundy puts on one of the greatest natural spectacles on Earth every day. Our journey takes us to Prince Edward Island, Canada's smallest province. An island of gentle beauty, cradled in the Gulf of St. Lawrence. This landscape of rolling green hills and fertile red soil is often called the Garden of the Gulf. It inspired Lucy Maud Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables. The iconic Green Gables house draws readers worldwide. The island's coastline features red sand beaches. Prince Edward Island National Park boasts white sand dunes. The diverse coastline offers new discoveries around every bend. Prince Edward Island, a place of gentle harmony between land and sea. In Canada's Northwest Territories lies Nahanni National Park Reserve, a place of myth. The South Nahanni River carves through mountains into deep canyons. The name Nahanni resonates with stories of the Den people. This sacred space echoes with history. The tufa mounds are bizarre sculptures of nature's artistry. Access is by floatplane or helicopter. At its heart lies Virginia Falls, or Niliko, meaning big river falling. The river plunges 96 meters. A fine mist permeates the air, nurturing a lush ecosystem. Mason's Rock divides the falls, creating a dynamic display. Beyond the falls, the Nahanni flows through 4 great canyons. Its true treasure is the profound sense of wilderness. Off the coast of British Columbia lies Haida Gwaii, an archipelago of islands. Known as the Islands of the People, it's a realm where the physical and spiritual blur. The Haida Nation has cultivated a rich culture here for 12,000 years. Their art and connection to the land define this unique cultural landscape. Haida Gwaii's ecosystem, the Galapagos of the North, has unique flora and fauna. At the heart of Haida culture is the cedar tree, providing for survival and artistic expression. Its most iconic use is in totem poles, complex narratives of genealogies and beliefs. The Haida have fought to protect their lands, establishing the Gwaii National Park Reserve. The coastline is a dynamic frontier where the Pacific meets ancient forests. It's a premier feeding ground for whales. The rainforests are kept lush by annual rainfall, sustaining a complex ecosystem. To explore Haida Gwaii is to feel as though you have reached the very edge of the world. Here, nature and culture intertwine in a story of survival and beauty. In southwestern Alberta, Waterton Lakes National Park is where the Rocky Mountains meet the prairie. Towering peaks rise abruptly from the prairie, creating diverse ecosystems. Here, prairie species like bison meet mountain dwellers like bighorn sheep. The park's centerpiece is a chain of lakes. Waterton is the world's first international peace park, symbolizing Canada-US friendship. The 2017 Keno wildfire reshaped the landscape, clearing old growth and sparking rebirth. Wildflowers bloomed and the ecosystem recovered. Waterton has a high density of bears drawn to the lush post-fire vegetation. Visit Waterton to witness a landscape shaped by wind, water, ice and fire. Here in the vast, shimmering expanse of Lake Huron, one of the great freshwater seas of North America, lies a world hidden just beneath the surface. This is Fathom 5 National Marine Park, a sanctuary not for living creatures alone, but for the silent spectres of a bygone era. The waters of Georgian Bay, famously clear and chillingly deep, serve as a liquid museum, preserving the wooden bones of schooners and steamers that once plied these vital trade routes. They are time capsules resting in the cold, dark stillness, their stories held in stasis by the lake's embrace, waiting for us to bear witness to their final, quiet voyage. The lakebed is a graveyard of ambition and tragedy. Each shipwreck tells a tale of human endeavor against the awesome and often unforgiving power of nature. Consider the Sweepstakes, a 2-masted schooner built in 1867. After suffering damage, she was towed into Big Tub Harbor, only to sink in its shallow, protected waters. Now she lies just a few meters below the surface, her elegant form almost perfectly preserved. The cold, fresh water has inhibited the decay that would have long since consumed her in the ocean, leaving her deck, hull and windlass remarkably intact for all to see. This extraordinary preservation is a gift of the Great Lakes' unique chemistry and temperature. The low levels of salt and the near-freezing temperatures create an environment hostile to the microorganisms and shipworms that would otherwise devour wooden structures. As a result, vessels that succumb to the gales of the 19th century appear as if they sank only yesterday. They are not mere wreckage, they are historical artifacts of immense value, offering a tangible connection to the lives of the mariners who navigated these treacherous yet essential waterways over a century ago. For those who venture here, the experience is one of profound reverence. Peering down from the glass bottom of a tourboat, or descending into the silent emerald world as a diver, is like traveling back in time. The sunlight filters through the water, illuminating these sleeping giants in an ethereal glow. They are monuments to a past forged in wood, wind and sail, now guarded by the depths. Fathom 5 is a testament to the idea that our planet's most compelling histories are not always written on land, but are sometimes whispered from the deep. Beyond the sunken treasures of human history, Fathom 5 protects a geological heritage that is far, far older. The park's islands, including the renowned Flowerpot Island, are masterpieces sculpted by millennia of natural forces. These are the exposed remnants of the Niagara Escarpment, a colossal ridge of ancient dolomite rock that snakes its way across the continent. Here, the relentless action of wind, water, and ice has carved the rock into fantastical shapes, creating a landscape that feels both primal and otherworldly. The very same geological formation that creates the mighty Niagara Falls finds a more delicate, patient expression here. The flowerpots themselves are the park's most iconic features. These sea stacks, crowned with hardy vegetation, stand as sentinels along the shoreline. They were once part of the main island's cliffs, but over countless centuries, the erosive power of waves has chipped away at the softer rock layers at their base, leaving the more resistant capstone precariously balanced on a slender pillar. It is a slow, patient process of subtraction, a geological dance between rock and water. In time, these too will fall, but new ones will be sculpted from the ever-retreating cliffs, a constant cycle of creation and decay. The islands and the surrounding waters are also a haven for life. Ancient cedar trees, some over 1,000 years old, cling tenaciously to the cliff faces, their gnarled roots finding purchase in the thinnest of soils. Their survival here is a lesson in resilience, a testament to life's ability to thrive in the most challenging of conditions. Beneath the waves, the rocky shoals and submerged cliffs provide complex habitats for a variety of fish species, while the islands themselves are important nesting grounds for colonial waterbirds, their calls echoing across the bay in the summer months. To explore Fathom 5 is to witness the interplay of different timescales. There is the human scale, measured in the decades of a ship's life, and the geological scale, measured in the eons it takes to shape a coastline. It is a place where one can feel the immense, slow-breathing life of the planet itself. Here, the clear, deep waters do not just hold shipwrecks, they hold the very memory of the earth, etched in stone and preserved in the cold, silent depths, a truly profound and humbling spectacle. We journey now to the high Arctic, to a realm of breathtaking scale and raw elemental power. This is Auyuittuq National Park on Baffin Island in the territory of Nunavut. Its name, in the Inuktitut language, means the land that never melts, a fitting description for a landscape dominated by the vast Penny ice cap. This colossal sheet of ice, a relic of the last ice age, covers over 6,000 square kilometers and is the lifeblood of this entire ecosystem. It is a world of perpetual ice, a stark and magnificent wilderness that challenges our very perception of what a landscape can be. From the heart of the ice cap, great rivers of frozen water, the glaciers, flow down steep-sided valleys they have carved over millennia. These valleys or fjords are colossal troughs gouged from the ancient granite of the Canadian Shield. The sheer walls of peaks like Mount Asgard and Mount Thor rise vertically for over a kilometer, their stark, flat-topped summits among the most dramatic on Earth. This is a landscape shaped by the immense grinding force of ice, a place where the power of nature is displayed in its most absolute and uncompromising form, a true polar desert of rock and ice. Life here must be tenacious. The growing season is fleeting, a few short weeks of continuous daylight in the brief Arctic summer, yet in this narrow window the tundra floor bursts into life. A carpet of miniature wildflowers, purple saxifrage, Arctic poppies and mountain avens, blooms with an urgent intensity, racing to complete their life cycle before the long, dark winter returns. They hug the ground, seeking warmth and shelter from the relentless wind. Their vibrant colors are startling and beautiful contrast to the monochrome world of rock and ice that surrounds them. This is a land of profound silence, broken only by the cry of a circling raven, the whistle of the wind through a mountain pass, or the deep resonant crack of a glacier carving into the sea. It is a silence that speaks of immense age and solitude. To stand here is to feel a connection to the raw, untamed spirit of our planet. Auyuittuq is not a place that you simply visit. It is a place that you experience with every sense. A powerful reminder of the wild, enduring beauty that exists at the very edges of our world. For the intrepid few who venture into this wilderness, the journey is most often made on foot, following the ancient pathways of the Auyuittuq Pass. This corridor, which cleaves through the park's mountain ranges, has been a travel route for the Inuit for thousands of years. It is a pilgrimage through a landscape that is both beautiful and unforgiving. Hikers must be entirely self-sufficient, prepared for sudden and extreme changes in weather, and skilled in navigating a terrain where trails are often faint suggestions on the rocky ground, a true test of endurance and spirit. The journey through the pass is a lesson in the dynamics of an Arctic ecosystem. Trekkers must cross numerous glacial meltwater streams, their currents swift and their waters numbingly cold. These rivers are the arteries of the park, carrying silt and nutrients from the ice cap down to the sea. Their braided channels constantly shift and change, reshaping the valley floor with each passing season. Navigating them requires respect and careful judgment, as their flow can swell dramatically with the warmth of a sunny afternoon, a constant reminder of the ice cap's ever-present influence. Despite its harshness, Auyuittuq supports a surprising diversity of Arctic wildlife. The elusive Arctic fox, perfectly camouflaged in its white winter coat or its brown summer fur, hunts for lemmings and Arctic hares among the tundra vegetation. Caribou herds sometimes migrate through the pass, their hooves perfectly adapted for traversing the rocky, often snow-covered ground. On the coast, where the park meets the sea, one might even glimpse a polar bear, the undisputed lord of the Arctic, patrolling the ice floes in search of seals, a powerful symbol of this frozen kingdom. Completing a trek through Auyuittuq is more than just a physical achievement. It is a deeply transformative experience. It is to walk through a landscape that feels like the dawn of time, to witness the slow, inexorable processes that have shaped our planet. It fosters a profound appreciation for the resilience of life and the stark, majestic beauty of the polar world. This is not just a park, it is a living, breathing testament to the enduring power and sublime artistry of the natural world, a true jewel of the Canadian North. Our journey across this vast and varied nation comes to a close. From the towering, jagged peaks of the Rocky Mountains to the gentle, rolling hills and red sand shores of the Maritimes, we have witnessed a land of staggering diversity and breathtaking beauty. We have seen how Canada's landscape is a grand narrative, a story written in stone, water and ice. Its natural wonders, from the shimmering curtains of the Aurora Borealis to the thundering cascade of Niagara, are monuments that reflect a history as deep and as rich as the country itself. Each place we have visited holds a unique magic. Whether it is the silent, submerged history of Fathom 5, the European charm of old Quebec, or the remote primal wilderness of the high Arctic, Canada offers a seemingly endless tapestry of experiences. It is a country where one can stand on a glacier formed during the last ice age, and later that day, walk through a city pulsing with the vibrant energy of cultures from around the globe. This immense mosaic of landscapes and peoples is perhaps Canada's greatest and most unbelievable treasure. We have explored but a fraction of what this immense country has to offer. Countless hidden coves, unnamed lakes and silent forests lie waiting to be discovered, each with its own story, its own quiet beauty. The spirit of exploration is woven into the fabric of Canada, a nation defined by its vast open spaces and its enduring connection to the wild. The invitation to explore, to discover, and to connect with this land is always open, a promise of adventure and wonder for all who seek it. The question that remains is not if these places will inspire awe, but which one speaks most profoundly to you? Which of these incredible landscapes has captured your imagination and called to your spirit of adventure? Perhaps it is the serene turquoise of a mountain lake, or the rugged drama of a coastal trail. The beauty of our planet is a shared inheritance, and its stories are best told when shared with others. We encourage you to continue the conversation and share your own discoveries. Which spot is your favorite? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel guides.